Welcome to our fifth session. In this session, we're going to talk about how we're managing the quality. In this session, we will discuss the various definition and dimension of quality and why quality is important to our operation supply chain. We will describe what is total quality management along with all those seven core principles, and also we will discuss some of the important issues associated with managing quality across our supply chain. What is quality management? Is basically include everything we do to make sure we produce and deliver our company's products and service to one of those specs and at appropriate cost. Quality management is also include making sure goods arrive on time. It's also ensure the company's goals and services are consistent. So basically, meeting or exceeding customer expectation, also the characteristic of a product and services that bear on its ability to satisfy a status or employer needs. A product or services that is free of any faults or anything. There are also four concepts here: value perspective, conformation perspective, quality of conformation, and the specification. So, by looking into value perspective, we're looking into like quality must be judged in part and how well the characteristic of a particular product or service align with the needs of the specific user. When we're looking into conformance or perspective, a quality perspective that focus on whether or not the product was made or a service was performed as intended. Quality of conformance extend to which process is able or is able to deliver output that conforms to the design specification. And of course, when we're looking at the specification, target, and tolerance determined by designer of good and services. The dimension of product quality and service qualities are kind of different. So when we're looking into product quality, we have consistency, reliability, statistics, conformance, durability, perceived quality, performance, serviceability, and a specific feature. But when we're looking in the dimension of service quality, we are talking about consistency, reliability. So these two are same: assurance, convenience, courtesy, expectancy, responsiveness, tangibles, and time. Let's look at a little bit of history or quality contributor. We have Walter Schwartz, father of statistic quality control, who introduced control charts and variance reductions. Then we have Edward Demings, special versus common cause variation, talking about 14 points. Then we have Joseph Juran, Quality Control Handbook in 1951, view quality as fitness for use. Armand Feigenbaum called his total field, the customer defined quality. Then we have Philip Crosby introduced zero defect in 1979. Ishikawa cause and effect diagram or fishbone quality circle recognize the internal customer. Then we have Genichi Taguchi talking about Taguchi loss function. And also, as you remember, we covered some of these. Taichi Uno and Shigeo Shingo developed a philosophy and method of Kaizen. The cost of qualities. We're looking into appraisal costs of activities designed to ensure quality or uncover defect. Then we have prevention costs. We try to prevent anything, but there are costs as well of all the training, planning, customer assessment, process control, and quality improvement costs to prevent the defect from happening. But we have something bigger called failure costs. So failure can be internal failure costs or it can be external failure costs. Internal failure costs are costs incurred to fix the problem that are defect before we send the product or service to the customer. But the external failure is when the product is already sent to the customer and we need to fix them, where we have to recall the product or service to be able to fix the problem. Let's have a look at some of the quality assurance. For example, we have standard 9001. So quality assurance is a systematic process that aims to ensure that product or service meets or exceeds a specific quality standard. It involves establishing processes and procedures to monitor and verify that the output of the particular service or product adhere to the defined requirements, specification, and expectation. In other words, quality assurance is the process of implementing a set of practices and procedures that ensure that products and services meet and exceed customer expectation. The goal of quality assurance is to prevent defects and errors, ensure consistency, and improve the overall quality of the product and or service. Is an ongoing process that requires constant monitoring, evaluation, improvement to ensure the quality standards are continually met. Quality assurance is part of any business or organizations as it helps to build customer confidence and trust in the product and services being offered. By implementing robust quality assurance program, businesses can reduce costs, improve customer satisfaction, and enhance their reputation in the market. So quality standard created in 1987 and revised in 1994, 2000, 2015 to improve the product quality, quality operation process, confidence in organization, internationally recognized and prescribed document for all processes affecting the quality. We do have quality certification by a company organization called International Organization for Standardization. Some example here is ISO 9000, ISO 14000, ISO 24700. ISO 9000 set of quality management standards that provide guidance for business and organization to establish and maintain an effective quality management system. It outlines requirements for processes such as document control, internal audits, corrective actions, among others. So basically, this certification often required for doing business with many companies and government around the world. ISO 14000, on the other hand, provides guidelines for environmental management system. It's designed to help business organizations to reduce the environmental impact and comply with environmental regulation. This covers areas such as waste management, energy consumption, and population prevention, pollution prevention, among others. It provides a framework to organizations to identify and manage environmental risk and opportunities. ISO 24700 is a standard to service management that provide guidance for delivery of a high quality services. It outlines requirements for design, delivery, and improvement of services, including aspects such as like service level, customer satisfaction, and continuous improvement. It is also applicable to both internal and external service providers, including IT service providers, outsourcing companies, and other service oriented businesses. In general, these ISOs are international standards that provide guidelines for quality management, environmental management, and service management, respectively. Let's have a look at a little bit detail in ISO 9000. It's a standard is based on a set of principles for quality management that help organization to achieve the quality objectives and deliver consistent high quality product and services. These principles are customer focus. Organizations should understand, meet the customer requirements. Leadership should create a vision for organization and create an environmental in which people can contribute to achieving organization objective. Engaging or involving people at all level of organization should be involved in achieving quality objectives. We're looking into process approach. Organizations should understand and manage their processes in systematic way to achieve quality objective and continuously improve the processes. Improvement basically looking into organizations should continuously improve the process, products and services, as well as we're looking into system approach. Then we're looking into factual approach decision making, mutual beneficial system, supplier relationships, which basically looking into the last one into relationship with suppliers and other stakeholders. When we're looking into factual approach, it's evidence based. The decision should be based on data and evidence to ensure that they're objective and effective in terms of the organization. By following this principle, organization can actually establish an effective quality management system that meet the requirement of the ISO 9000 standard and improve the overall performance. These principles help organization to focus on customer needs, engage their people, manage the process, and continuously improve their performance. Now, let's move to total quality management. TQM or total quality management is an approach to quality management that aims to achieve continuous improvement in the quality of a product and service offered by an organization. It is a customer focused approach that involves all employees in organization from top management to frontline workers in continuous effort to improve the quality. So there are some principles here: customer focus, leadership environment, customer continuous improvement, employee empowerment, quality assurance, a strategic partnership, and a strategic quality plan. TQM involve implementation of various quality management techniques like a statistical process control, Six Sigma, Kaizens, and to achieve continuous improvement in quality it required commitment from top management to provide necessary resources and support for quality improvement effort. The benefit of TQM includes improved customer satisfaction, increased efficiency, reduce costs, and improve competency as well. By focusing on quality, organization can enhance their reputation and increase customer loyalties, leading to increased revenue and profitability. Let's have a look at what is quality delivery gap is. People view quality by comparing features and characteristics of goods and service to a set of expectation. So the gap model recognizes that there are ways to mismanage the creation and delivery of the high levels of qualities. So you can see from this picture is illustrate where we can identify those gaps. Now, we mentioned in earlier slides that talking about the statistical quality control, there are 7 tools to control qualities. Quality control tools are techniques used by organizations to improve the quality of the product and services. There are several quality control tools, but seven of the most commonly used are as follows. A flowchart is a diagram that shows the steps in a process. It helps to identify areas where improvement can be made to increase efficiency and reduce the errors. You can see we already covered this before, and you can see there are some stream lane in there to identify who is responsible for those steps as well. A control chart is a graphical tool used to monitor the process over the time. It shows the variation in the process and help to identify when the process is out of control. So you can see in this graph, we have upper control limit and lower control limit. So where we identify the data goes beyond this means we need to address them. A check sheet is a simple form used to record data. It can be used to collect data on defect, errors, or other problems to identify areas where improvement is needed. A histogram is a bar graph that shows the distribution of set of data. It is used to identify pattern and train in our data. A Pareto chart is a bar graph that shows the frequency of defects or problem in descending order of importance. It also helps to identify the most significant problem that need to be addressed. A cause and effect diagram or Ishikawa or fishbone diagram is a tool used to identify the root cause of a problem. It helps to organize and analyze data to identify the cause of a problem and to develop solution to address that. And the last tool is a scattered diagram, is a graph that shows the relationship between two variables. It helps to identify patterns and training data and can be used to identify cause of a problem as well. There are other tools as well. We already explained Kaizen, we already explained Poka, but there's another tool called 5Y. The 5Y is a problem solving technique used to identify the root cause of a problem. It involves asking why questions repeatedly to get those underlying cause of a problem. The technique is based on an idea that by asking why at least 5 times, you can uncover a root cause of a problem and identify a solution to prevent it happening again. So these are the steps. Define the problem. Start by defining the problem that you are trying to solve. Ask why the problem is happening and identify the immediate cause. Repeat the question, ask why again and identify the underlying cause of the immediate cause. And repeat the process. Continue asking why and identify deeper causes until you reach the root cause of the problem. Develop a solution. Once you have identified the root cause, develop solution to address it and prevent the problem from happening again. So the 5Y technique is a simple but effective tool that can be used by individual or team to solve the problem and improve processes. It helps to identify the underlying cause of a problem rather than just addressing the symptoms. By identifying the root cause, organization can develop effective solutions that address the problem and prevent it from happening again in the future. And we reached the end of this session. So in this session, we cover quality management and some of the techniques and tools that we can use to measure and control the quality as well. Thank you very much and all the best.